Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Get ready to travel back in time. Way, way back. To an era that makes even the dinosaurs feel like yesterday. Today, we're diving deep into the incredible, often mysterious world of Earth. 3.3 million years ago. Imagine a planet teeming with life, yet so different from what we know. We're talking about a time before modern humans. A time when our distant ancestors were just beginning to walk upright, figuring out tools, and navigating a landscape dominated by giants. This is a story of survival, discovery, and monumental change. So, what was Earth like 3.3 million years ago? Picture this. Vast, open grasslands, dense forests, and a climate generally cooler than today, leading into the ice ages. It wasn't just a backdrop. It was a character in the story, shaping everything from the evolution of plants to the migration patterns of massive animals. The continents were pretty much where they are now, but the land masses were still shifting, and volcanic activity was more common in certain regions. The atmosphere was slightly different, and the ecosystems were truly wild and untamed. It was a world that demanded resilience, ingenuity, and a keen sense of observation from its inhabitants. Now, let's talk about the stars of our prehistoric show. The great woolly beasts. When we think of 3.3 million years ago, the first image that often pops into mind is the iconic woolly mammoth. But it wasn't just mammoths. This era was a golden age for megafauna. Imagine herds of massive, shaggy rhinos, larger versions of what we see today, lumbering across the plains. There were giant ground sloths, slow-moving but incredibly powerful, browsing on leaves high in the trees. And, of course, the saber-toothed cats, those formidable predators with their terrifyingly long canines, perfectly adapted for hunting these enormous herbivores. These creatures weren't just big. They were integral to the ecosystem, shaping the landscape and influencing the evolution of countless other species. Their sheer scale and adaptation to a colder environment are truly astounding. But how do we know all this? This isn't just guesswork. It's a fascinating detective story that spans centuries, powered by dedicated scientists and incredible fossil discoveries. Our understanding of 3.3 million years ago comes primarily from paleontology and archaeology. Every bone fragment, every preserved plant impression, every ancient tool chipped from stone tells a piece of the story. Scientists meticulously excavate sites, carefully unearthing clues that have been buried for millions of years. They use advanced techniques to date these finds, analyze their composition, and reconstruct what life was like. It's like piecing together a massive, ancient puzzle, with each new discovery adding clarity and detail to the big picture. One of the most pivotal prehistoric discovery stories from this era involves our own ancestors. Around 3.3 million years ago, a group of early hominins, species like Australopithecus afarensis, think Lucy, one of the most famous fossils ever found, were exploring the East African landscape. This was a critical period in human evolution. These hominins were bipedal, meaning they walked on two legs. A revolutionary adaptation that freed up their hands for other tasks. And one of the most groundbreaking discoveries related to this period is the evidence of early tool use in places like Lamak V3 in Kenya. Archaeologists have found stone tools dating back precisely to 3.3 million years ago. These aren't just natural rocks. These are stones that have been deliberately flaked and shaped, indicating a sophisticated understanding of their environment and the foresight to modify objects for specific purposes. This discovery completely pushed back the timeline for tool use, showing that our ancestors were innovating much earlier than previously thought. Imagine being one of those early hominins. Life would have been a constant challenge, but also incredibly rich with new experiences. They weren't living in caves yet. They likely slept in trees or temporary shelters, always on the move, searching for food and water, and avoiding predators. Their diet would have consisted of wild fruits, nuts, roots, and perhaps scavenged meat. The development of stone tools would have been a game changer, allowing them to process food more efficiently, break open bones for marrow, and perhaps even defend themselves more effectively against those massive predators. This wasn't just about survival. It was about beginning to shape their world, however subtly. Now, Let's circle back to the great woolly beasts and their interaction with these early hominins. While direct encounters might have been rare, the presence of such colossal animals would have profoundly impacted their environment. Herds of mammoths would have altered vegetation patterns, creating open spaces or new foraging opportunities. The decaying carcasses of large animals, perhaps brought down by saber-toothed cats, would have provided scavenging opportunities for resourceful hominins, a crucial source of protein and fat. It was a delicate balance of predator and prey, adaptation and evolution, all playing out on a grand scale. The early hominins weren't at the top of the food chain, but their growing intelligence and tool-making abilities were setting them on a path that would eventually lead to humanity's. The story of 3.3 million years ago isn't just about ancient animals and early humans. It's a testament to the incredible resilience and adaptability of life on Earth. It reminds us that our planet has gone through countless transformations, each one leaving behind clues for us to uncover. Every fossil, every ancient artifact, is a whisper from the past, inviting us to learn and understand the long, complex journey of life. It is a powerful reminder of how far we've come and the incredible natural history that shaped us. So, next time you see a picture of a woolly mammoth or learn about an archaeological find, remember the vastness of time and the incredible stories that are still waiting to be told. It's a world full of wonder, mystery, and the enduring spirit of discovery. This journey through time truly shows us the incredible tapestry of Earth's history. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible trip back to 3.3 million years ago. I hope you found this exploration as fascinating as I did. If you enjoyed traveling back in time with me, please hit that like button, share this video with your fellow history buffs, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next adventure. We've got so many more amazing stories from history and science to explore together. See you next time.